Welcome, aviation enthusiasts. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most exciting aspects of private aviation: cross-country flights in the United States. For many, the dream of owning a private jet is all about the freedom to travel at will, especially on long-haul journeys across the country. Whether you're considering a jet for personal use, business travel, or a combination of both, the ability to fly from coast to coast on your own schedule is incredibly appealing. But just how realistic is that dream? What are the true costs associated with owning and operating a jet for cross-country flights? Whether you're an aspiring jet owner or just curious about the financial realities of private aviation, this video will explore all the key factors you need to consider. From the purchase price to the ongoing operating costs, performance specifications, and financing options, we'll break down the essential details that determine the overall cost of private jet ownership. We'll look at everything from fuel consumption and maintenance expenses to the range, cruising speeds, and service ceilings of various jet models. Additionally, we'll explore what owning a private jet really offers in terms of flexibility, convenience, and luxury, as well as the life cycle of the aircraft. So, if you're ready to take your passion for aviation to the next level, buckle up. The first major hurdle to owning a private jet is the purchase price. When it comes to flying cross-country, it's important to choose an aircraft that is capable of handling long distances, high speeds, and comfortable travel for extended periods. The most common private jet models for cross-country flights are in the light, mid-size, and super mid-size categories. Starting with light jets, these aircraft are typically priced between $3 and $10 million, with models like the Cessna Citation M2, the Honda Jet Elite, and the Embraer Phenom 300E being popular choices for smaller regional trips. These jets can typically fly across the country with refueling stops, but are best suited for shorter regional cross-country flights. If you're looking for a jet that can take you from coast to coast in the United States, you'll want to look into mid-size and super mid-size jets, which are often priced anywhere from $8 to $20 million, depending on the make, model, and customization options. The Bombardier Challenger 350, the Gulfstream G280, and the Embraer Praetor 500 are examples of popular mid-sized jets that offer the range, cruising speed, and interior comforts necessary for a long-haul cross-country journey. Moving into the larger super mid-size category, jets like the Gulfstream G200 or the Bombardier Global 5000 can range from $15 to $30 million, providing even greater range and luxury for those who are looking to cross the country in maximum comfort and speed. Of course, if you're considering the absolute top end of private aviation, the larger heavy jets are available but come with a hefty price tag, sometimes upwards of $50 to $100 million or more. Models like the Gulfstream G650 or the Bombardier Global 7500 are capable of not only crossing the US, but also flying internationally with ease. These jets are more expensive up front, but they offer unparalleled luxury and performance. Regardless of which model you choose, it's crucial to factor in additional costs beyond just the purchase price, including taxes, registration fees, and any customizations you wish to make to the jet. Customizations, such as avionics upgrades or interior changes, can add hundreds of thousands of dollars to the initial purchase price. If you opt for a used jet, you may be able to save a significant amount of money up front, but you'll still want to factor in the cost of any necessary refurbishments or inspections, which can easily add tens of thousands of dollars to the purchase price. Now, once you've acquired your private jet, the next major consideration is operating costs. Owning and flying a private jet is not just a one-time purchase, but an ongoing commitment that requires careful planning. Operating costs typically fall into two categories: fixed costs and variable costs. Fixed costs remain constant, regardless of how often the jet is flown. These include things like hangar fees, insurance, crew salaries, and maintenance contracts. Hangar fees depend on the location where you choose to store your jet. These prices ranging from $30,000 to $200,000 per year, depending on the airport and the size of the aircraft. If you're flying cross-country frequently, you'll likely need a secure and climate-controlled hangar to protect your aircraft from the elements. Insurance is another fixed cost that can add up quickly. The premiums for private jet insurance typically range from $50,000 to $500,000 annually, depending on the value of the aircraft, the amount of coverage needed, and how often the jet is flown. These premiums can vary significantly, especially when the jet is used for business or commercial purposes rather than just personal use. Then there are the salaries of the crew, which can vary depending on the type of aircraft. For a smaller jet, a pilot might cost anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 per year, while larger aircraft with a crew of 2 pilots or more can push that figure into the $300,000 to $500,000 range annually. If you're planning on flying cross-country multiple times per month, having an experienced crew is essential for ensuring safety and reliability. Maintenance is another fixed cost that you need to consider. Annual maintenance costs can range anywhere from $200,000 to $1 million a year, depending on the size and complexity of the aircraft. Routine inspections, engine overhauls, and parts replacements can add up quickly, especially for larger, more complex jets. Additionally, you'll need to pay for avionics upgrades and other technology updates to keep the jet up to date with the latest regulations and innovations. Variable costs fluctuate based on how much the jet is used. The biggest variable cost is fuel, depending on the size of the aircraft and the type of fuel used. Private jet fuel can cost between $4 and $8 per gallon, with the larger jets consuming up to 500 gallons of fuel per hour. A flight across the U.S. could easily consume between 3,000 and 6,000 gallons of fuel, depending on the jet, so fuel costs alone can easily run into the tens of thousands of dollars per trip. Other variable costs include landing fees, airport charges, catering, and any unplanned repairs or upgrades. Landing fees can range from $500 to $5,000 per landing, depending on the airport's size and location. In major cities like New York or Los Angeles, these fees tend to be on the higher end. Catering, another luxury that is often included in private jet travel, can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 per flight, depending on the menu and number of passengers. While it is possible to offset some of these costs by sharing a jet with other passengers or chartering a jet when it's not in use, the total operating costs can still add up to several $100,000 annually. When considering a private jet for cross-country flights, performance capabilities are crucial to ensure the jet meets specific travel needs. Key factors like range, cruising speed, and service ceiling significantly affect how efficiently and comfortably one can travel across the country. For short to mid-range trips, the choice of a jet can vary based on the distance and the level of comfort desired during the journey. Light jets are ideal for regional flights or shorter distances, offering a blend of performance and cost efficiency. But for longer non-stop flights, larger aircraft are more suitable, offering greater performance and luxury. For example, a light jet like the Cessna Citation M2 is perfect for regional travel, with a range of approximately 1,200 to 1,500 nautical miles. This allows for flights between cities like Chicago and New York, with a refueling stop along the way. Its cruising speed of 400 to 430 miles per hour is significant for short distances, and its service ceiling of 41,000 feet keeps the jet flying above most weather and air traffic. However, for longer journeys, such as coast-to-coast flights from New York to Los Angeles, a more powerful aircraft is needed. Jets in the mid-size categories, such as the Bombardier Challenger 350 or the Gulfstream G280, offer significantly greater performance, with ranges between 2,000 and 2,500 nautical miles and cruising speeds of 450 to 500 miles per hour. These jets allow for direct flights between major cities and provide a smoother flight at higher altitudes, typically between 41,000 and 45,000 feet. For those seeking an even higher level of performance, super mid-sized jets like the Gulfstream G200 or the Bombardier Global 5000 are the go-to option. These jets can cover ranges up to 4,000 nautical miles, making them perfect for longer cross-country trips without the need for refueling. With speeds between 500 and 600 miles per hour, they offer faster, more efficient travel, while their service ceilings of up to 45,000 feet ensure that the flight remains comfortable and turbulence-free. The added range and performance allow these jets to easily handle longer routes, providing an optimal solution for those who frequently travel across the country for both business and leisure. At the top of the spectrum, larger jets like the Gulfstream G650 or the Bombardier Global 7500 are designed for intercontinental flights. With ranges exceeding 7,000 nautical miles, these jets can effortlessly cover coast-to-coast U.S. flights and long-haul international trips without requiring refueling. Their impressive cruising speeds of up to 600 miles per hour and service ceilings well above 50,000 feet, allowing them to compete with commercial airliners in terms of speed while maintaining the exclusive luxury and comfort of a private jet. Built for those who need to travel long distances frequently, these aircraft combine the ultimate in performance with exceptional luxury, making them perfect for both business executives and individuals who value speed and convenience. The cost of owning a private jet for cross-country flights is not limited to just the purchase price and operating costs. One of the first considerations when purchasing an aircraft is financing. There are several options available for financing a private jet, with the most common being traditional loans, leasing, and fractional ownership. A traditional loan typically requires a down payment of 20 to 30% of the aircraft's purchase price. For example, if you purchase a jet worth $5 million, you can expect a down payment between $1 and $1.5 million, with loan terms ranging from 10 to 20 years. Monthly payments depend on the loan amount and interest rate, but typically range from $20,000 to $50,000 per month, depending on the terms. Leasing is another option for those who do not want to commit to full ownership. With leasing, the upfront costs are lower and the monthly payments tend to be more predictable. However, leasing typically comes with higher long-term costs, as you are essentially paying for the depreciation and maintenance of the aircraft over the lease term. Fractional ownership is an alternative for those who want access to a jet without the full commitment of owning one. In a fractional ownership program, you purchase a share of an aircraft, typically ranging from 1/16 to 1/4 of the total ownership. You then pay a monthly management fee and a fee per hour flown. While this can be a more affordable option, it limits your ability to use the jet whenever you want and restricts access to a specific aircraft type. When it comes to the life cycle of a private jet, the lifespan can vary depending on the quality of maintenance and usage. Most jets are built to last between 25 to 40 years, with regular inspections and maintenance required to keep them in safe flying condition. However, it's important to keep in mind that the older the aircraft, the more expensive the maintenance becomes. That's why many jet owners choose to upgrade their aircraft every 10 to 15 years, as newer models offer better fuel efficiency, updated technology, and improved safety features. Owning a private jet for cross-country flights in the United States can be an incredibly rewarding experience, providing flexibility, efficiency, and comfort for business, leisure, or both. However, it's essential to understand the scope of the costs involved. From the purchase price to the ongoing operating costs, financing options, and the life cycle of the aircraft, private jet ownership is a significant financial commitment. Whether you're flying between major cities like New York and Los Angeles, or venturing across the country for business, owning a private jet opens up a whole world of possibilities. However, it's crucial to carefully consider your needs, budget, and long-term goals before embarking on this exciting journey.